Okay, so we're back. Welcome back to Mouse Clicks TV, rebooted. And I'm talking with Marcus about the iPad.
Sure.
Which is the most exciting thing for us to talk about, being
Yeah.
the Mac aficionados that we are. So tell me more.
Well, it's super thin.
Right.
They
Half an inch,
yeah.
thin.
There's a new LCD display on there. They're using some new technology. So no matter what angle you have it,
Right.
you'll be able to see. And that's great for if you have other people sitting around or if you're showing it at different angles.
Exactly. Sharing your photos and all that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be the killer, or one of the killer uses for it.
Sure.
They included a picture program that's kind of like iPhoto, but not really.
not.
Yeah, you'll be able to pinch and stretch all of the
Nice.
photos.
And I'm excited about having Keynote and Pages and Numbers for $9.99 a piece.
$9.99
How do
a
they do
piece.
that?
I don't know. It's super great. I think those are really processor heavy. They're really strong programs. They had to create from scratch a new processor called the Apple A4.
Right.
Nobody really knows what's in it. That's kind of the magic mojo in the box right now.
Right.
But yeah, the
I'm wondering, because of working with Keystone and working with those, and I'm such a mouse person, I've never been a touchpad person.
Sure.
Are you you can't hook up a mouse to it.
I'm not sure.
I'm wondering that.
They have the dock.
They have the dock, so
where
I
you
was
can
wondering,
have a
are you really,
keyboard.
could you hook up a mouse to it? I don't know
I
the
don't think
answer
I'd
to that.
want a mouse though.
No?
I mean it's the touch screen. You're going
I'm wondering though about
past.
doing, fine word processing and things like that. Are you really going to be able to get in there with your finger?
I think so. I think
do?
I think that the screen, the technology is going to be so responsive
Yeah.
that we're going to
You have to have it in your
forget
hands
it. Yeah,
to be
we're
able
gonna,
to tell.
we're going to forget about things like the
Yes.
mouse and the physical keyboard. I think those are definitely cool additions. iWork. I think they're going to capture part of the education market.
Right.
This is going to be great for kids going to school.
Sure.
And they don't have to lug a big laptop. Not that laptops
It weighs
are even
just a
that
little
big.
over a pound.
Right. It's going to have textbooks added, iBooks.
Yes, the iBooks.
So, yeah, iBooks will be added. You'll be able to download books and textbooks and everything, kind of like a Kindle. I think the Kindle's going to go away fairly
I hate
soon.
to say that, but yes. But they have been talking now, the people who are, being negative about the iPad, we're talking about that e-ink technology that Kindle
Sure.
has that looks like a page, that
Sure.
isn't the backlit. And sometimes, I notice if I spend any time, and I've read books on my iPhone, that it will affect my vision a little bit, especially if I'm reading in the dark and looking at that backlit screen. So I don't know, do you think that will be an issue for people?
Well, I think one of the advantages that Apple has is they have close to 400 actual physical stores around the world. Amazon is only online, which is a benefit for them in terms of cost. But when
There's no place to really go and touch and feel a
I've
Kindle.
only seen one Kindle, and that was in a coffee shop, and I got to see it for a second. When you go to an Apple store, you're going to get to spend 20 minutes
Exactly.
with the device and almost get a physical
A friend of mine has a
connection.
Kindle, and I've actually handled it, and I honestly wasn't that impressed.
Sure.
I thought I was going to be a lot more excited about it than I was, but it's an interesting piece of machinery. But I think that this, with the color and with all the other things that you can do, the Kindle's going to seem very limited now.
One of the other bad things about e-ink is the refresh rate. When you flip a page, it kind of goes away for a second, then it comes back
And
up.
has to refresh.
Right. With the iPad, you're gonna
Have it
just
right
take your
there
finger
and swipe the page.
It's cool because they're taking things that we already do every day
Right.
and just making them digital.
Well, and you get that sensation of really reading a book and
Right.
turning the pages that you don't get with the Kindle.
Sure.
Okay, well, we'll be right back.